You know, there's no question that the query of moving is top of mind for many people. Uncertainty in many areas of life have pushed the topic to the forefront of the mind, and the family conversations are around movement as well. Hi, I'm Charlotte Volsch, and on this channel we cover everything you need to know about probate and trust, including buying and selling property. And if the past 11 months you've been working from a space in your home called office, and the kids are meanwhile in another room in a space called classroom, which makes for a bit of a stir crazy, you're not alone. The pandemic has removed the biggest barrier to relocation, and that is the new awareness by employers that in many cases you can work right from home. No longer is a work drive a consideration in those situations. Now, with that, you may be looking for more space in your home for everyone to do the work, the school, the play, and just do life. You may be looking to leave densely populated areas to more remote or at least more outdoor space for outdoor play, possibly even gardening, maybe even farm animals. Moving is a major undertaking, and with that choice, there needs to be your reason for doing it in big flashing banners in your mind and in your conversations. That reason needs to be so much bigger than the process. Simon Sinek calls it your why. In fact, he wrote an amazing book about it called Start with Why, which I highly recommend. Would your why be to be closer to family? Maybe your why is to reduce your cost of living. Or could it be a need for a different living space because of the overcrowding with everyone home now? Or maybe because you want to be in a safer place. Now, taking the time to delve into the topic deeply as a family and evaluate the costs, which include auto registrations, insurance of your home, your auto, and your health, taxes to include income tax, property tax, sales tax, driver's license fees, food, utilities, gasoline, and recreation. Another area to investigate is the long-term impact on your job. This could be an opportunity to explore a path forward you hadn't even considered before. It could also be an opportunity to pivot in an entirely new direction where working is concerned. Networking is an excellent avenue to explore possibilities around your current work or your career and the options you may or may not have thought of that would spin off of what you have experienced up till now. The trend for considerable flexibility for working remotely will only continue, according to Jennifer Fink of Fink Development. So now that you see the possibilities, you've sketched out the cost comparisons of your current living against 1 to 3 options, where would you go? Would it be closer to nature? Would it be to the outer fringes of a city to be away with more space, but close enough for the amenities? Or possibly would it be close to some type of water in nature? Another possibility, the mountains in a small mountain community. Or consider growing your own food and raising your own livestock, maybe in a more rural area. Or would you consider moving with friends or family to have a communal garden or ranch? Now, if you have children, the school consideration is top of mind in many families. How about for you? It could be that you too are taking classes. Now, has the home distance learning brought about a venture into homeschooling for your children? The possibilities around curriculum are wide and deep, not to mention the ability to join or start a group where parents collaborate on field trips, teaching outside of a general curriculum subject, for example, cooking, maybe some art, life skills, just to name a few possibilities. It may be that areas you would most like to live also have different in-class restrictions, which would allow your children to be in a classroom if that is the best choice for their education right now. Now, we've talked about having a big, hairy why. We talked about taking time to investigate multiple aspects of an area compared to where you currently are. And we've talked about employment and career considerations. Also, schooling for yourself or your family. We've also looked at evaluating the major pluses to move. Now, I want to give you a few points that you may not have thought of, but would be wise to consider. And those are patience, flexibility, communication, and relationships. Be patient with yourself in the process. If you're like me, when you make a decision to move forward on something that maybe you've been pondering it for a while, you want it to happen yesterday, and for all of the pieces to immediately fall into place. I know, it's a hilarious thought for sure, but it comes into the mind. Be patient. And then be flexible with yourself, with your family, and with the process. Looking at everything from multiple perspectives takes a concerted effort, but it also allows the thinking mind to have a built-in flexibility for an if-then-what thought process. By being flexible, unknown or unthought of possibilities have a way of showing up. So keep communicating. Communicating with your partner, with your family, the people you choose to have on your team, going through this process. Talking things out brings about unknowns, unthought ofs, and even new ideas. And you'll want to keep that flow open because it really aids in the overall flow for yourself and for your emotions. Keep connected with relationships. As I mentioned earlier, networks are a very valuable place for going to and taking on information in the moving process. The value comes in the way that you may see immediately as needs, such as connections at your new destinations, maybe in the actual moving process itself, and possibly in school information. Also, there's employment prospects that could come about, and the value may come in ways not initially thought of, such as a sounding board, someone to run scenarios by that may have done what you're looking to do, someone to connect you to someone else that is skilled, talented, maybe more experienced in an area that could save you time, sorting, all these options just on your own. The world's your oyster. The opportunities are boundless. And the chance to start over or to start fresh or to even begin again is presenting itself in a perfect petri dish for you to experiment and cook up and create an amazing next chapter. If you ring the bell now, you'll be notified of the next useful video, and reach out if you need some personal guidance and direction. See you next time.